guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing the zip tie mod on my Corvette. This is kind of one of those things, it's just like a free mod that's caught on. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I understand the concept of it, but we're going to start going on it. So first thing you do is you unclip those two clips you just seen me do, pull the air filter out. It's just a square paper filter. I'm not worried about replacing mine. I have an intake on the way for the car actually. Next thing you got to do is there's a tube that goes to your air pump setup that goes to the side of the air box. You got to undo that. Careful, it is in there kind of snug. When it breaks loose, as you've seen, I pulled back and hit my hand on the hinge. Not a big deal. And then you got to unscrew. You have the clamp on your throttle body. Once you get that loose, you just got to unhook the mass airflow sensor before you can pull it out. Other than that, it's pretty free. You got a little resistance on the actual box. It's not bolted. The bottom half of it's not bolted in or attached anyway. It's just getting it out. Just be careful not to pull on any wires or anything like that. Obviously, it is pretty easy to get out. It takes all of a minute. Once you get that out, on the actual top hat of the air box, there is two rubber grommets, like press fitting grommets that you got to pull out. They're not that, I mean, they can fight you a little bit. They're not that hard to get out. Get those pulled out. Now we'll get those, throw that off to the side. We'll go inside and show you how we attach the air filter with the zip ties. Like I said, pretty simple concept. Just clip them together. With these particular ones, it took 4 of them to get done, or to get all the way around, excuse me. And then you just wrap, there's that black trim piece that kind of goes through the center of the filter and around the edge. That you need that on there to kind of hold the filter in place when you zip tie it on. And then you just torque it up. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now the idea of this is the airbox, the factory, with that lid being on the factory airbox, it's super restrictive. And this is supposed to just kind of open it up a little more, give it a little more airflow. There's some guys that say that it restricts the air to the motor because you have about a 2x2 hole in the front of that lid for the airbox that you're trying to feed this V8 engine through. Once you get the zip ties on, clip off your excess, slide it in. Again, super simple. There is nothing holding the actual airbox on now. So the front of the box, the intake setup, will be loose. But install is pretty much just the reverse of taking it out. Make sure you get it tight over the throttle body so you don't get any air leaks coming through. It can cause some issues with your mass airflow sensor not reading correctly and it running goofy. So just tighten that back up. Once you get it tightened up, go ahead and hook up the hose on the side. I originally forgot to do this. Not a big deal. It's just, I found it easier that you put the grommet in first and then push the hose in through that. Otherwise you're kind of fighting that grommet from both directions. It can't really compress to get in that little ridge on it. So other than that, I mean, I took the car out after I had this installed, and it's one of those things, kind of, I'm gonna put it in the same category as like a throttle body spacer. I don't really feel like it does a whole lot. So I mean, I don't know. It's not on the dyno. If you do pick up something, I think it's more drivability thing. I could see maybe a horsepower or two, if that. So I'm gonna put it in the same category as like a throttle body spacer or a short ram intake, where people thinks it works better than it actually does. I'm going to be putting an intake on it this coming weekend or next weekend anyway, so I'm not going to be running it very long. But I know there's a lot of people that ask about it, what it is, how you do it, whatnot. So with that being said, it doesn't really hurt anything to give it a shot. I mean, I don't think it hurts you any, but it's essentially free. You got 8 cents in zip ties and 5 minutes of time. So if you're just bored one day and want to tinker on it, it's definitely not gonna hurt you by any means. Your filter's still in the same location, still sucking air from the same area. The only thing I would recommend is if you plan on doing this, and I am going to be doing it anyway, since I'm going to be running an open element filter up there, is getting some weather stripping to put across your hood where it meets your front bumper at the bottom, just keep water and stuff from getting in there. So with that, like I said, I don't think it's a huge gain. I don't think it's a loss either. So it is what it is. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out some of our older videos, whatnot. So thanks for your time. Like I said, just kind of a quick little thing today. So peace out.